Good morning, it is day 2 of NAMM 2024. I'm with the lovely Martin Kidd.
Oh, yes.
And we're on the victory stand to show mainly these two beautiful things here,
Yes.
new MK series amplifiers, but we can have a quick kind of, what was the response to the deputy yesterday?
Good, yes,
Yeah.
very good.
People excited about that?
Yeah, yeah. It's,
All right, well, look,
people play for a long time, that's always a good sign.
so Deputy is the one over in the corner there, and we've obviously shot our Andertons video on that, and the official victory one with Martin as well has been done. But obviously the hot news, the stuff that was kept top secret until
Indeed.
yesterday, we've let you loose and just gone.
You'd left me unsupervised, and I got up to no good.
2 new, completely hand-wired, outrageously expensive,
Yes.
highly, highly desirable guitar amplifiers, MK Overdrive and MK Clean. So in this video, we're going to do a bit of talking about them. Pete's going to do some playing,
Good.
and then I'm going to show you all the custom options for ordering them. So tell us about, start with the MK Overdrive. What was the, what have we got here, and what was the inspiration?
The inspiration was my Cornford MK50 Mark II design.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of inquiries, do Victory make something like it?
Yeah.
So I thought, well, perhaps we should. So I have.
I tell you, that was a great amp, and hard to find and expensive on eBay when you do find them.
Yeah.
But I do remember that. I mean, that was how we kind of first met, wasn't it, back in the Cornford days?
Yeah.
And just going, that MK50, especially the Mark II, was just an outrageously good sounding amplifier.
Thank you.
But so there is stuff on here though that wasn't on the MK50. So how have you sort of evolved the design?
There were things about the MK50 Mark II, well, and the MK50, that people found not difficult to use, but confusing or something, I don't know. So, for instance, the MK50 had a gain and then an overdrive that pushed that.
Right.
But that was confusing for some people because they were then both interactive.
Yeah.
So I've just got 2 gain controls. One's a lower gain, crunchy, sort of British crunchy rock sounding thing, and the other one's a lead sound. And then there are 2 voices. So one's brighter and tighter,
Yeah.
and one's more like the MK50.
Okay.
We've got a clean channel with a couple of voicing options on the upper mids, so you can get slightly more aggressive, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
And then channel volumes and an overall master.
Yeah.
Just all things that people wished
So
they had.
pretty
on
much a pretty straight up, simple to use 3-channel, separate EQ on clean and overdrive channels, separate presence and resonance controls on each channel. Like you say, the voice switching over here comes with a beautiful 4-way foot switch.
Somewhere it does.
I will try and find that to show people. And yeah, we'll hear it in a minute, but in terms of tones, I always remember the RK50 being described as a transatlantic tone, like taking the best of a smooth American gain with a slightly more ballsy British gain and harnessing the 2 sort of together. Anyway, beautiful amplifier. Tell us about the MK Clean, because that isn't something that that wasn't taken from a sort of a past amp that you designed, was it?
In the end, no. What it started life as was a stripped down V140.
Right.
But it evolved from there. I did certain things. I got rid of the tone control on the reverb in favour of a reverb send, so that you can keep the reverb clean. We've got bass shift, like a voice switch, which adds more upper mids again, and then a bright switch rather than having all the time. Presence control.
Yeah. This is going after that big American clean.
Yeah, very high headroom.
Very high, yeah.
Country players and blues players, I would think, would like that.
I want to tell these guys the reverb story, because at some point last year, We were invited, so me, Pete, Rabir, you were there.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Anyway, whatever. Dan from
Dan was there,
Victor's.
yeah,
And it was like we were going through those real final, are we there yet kind of testings. And the reverb was, which is is it Accutronics reverb tray, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was like everyone was going, why is the reverb 99% perfect but not 100% perfect? And when the reverb isn't quite right, like the whole thing isn't quite right.
It will bug some people, absolutely.
And
yeah.
I just remember you saying, because we weren't, the amp was in bits, right? Wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was out the chassis upside down.
I remember you going, turn the reverb tray over.
Yeah.
And everyone's looking at you like you're some sort of madman, like how can that make any difference?
Yeah.
And flip the reverb over, first chord, and the whole room just literally was looking at each other going like, nailed it, that's it, that's the missing 1%. And I remember even standing with the reverb tray in my hand as people were playing and just going like, I can't believe that this is affecting the tone. Anyway, so I just thought that was a cool story of
absolutely.
how it works.
Yeah.
We'll hear these with Pete in a minute.
Yes.
Obviously, I think people will relatively quickly work out which one appeals to them most.
Yep.
Both are available either with a 212 cabinet or the wide-bodied 112 cabinet, and the speaker options on these are either Celestion Alnico Golds, I think, aren't they? Which will be the more expensive of the two cabs.
Yep.
Or you can elect to have medium magnet creambacks, which will drop the price of the cab a little bit. I do want to. This was probably more something that one of the other guys in the team. We have a hyper fashion conscious kind of, very stylish member of the team that isn't either of us.
That isn't me.
Who found, where is it?
There we go.
Oh, these stunning leathers from Scotland. This is from a leather company called Muirhead.
Yeah.
And these leathers have, I think the company's nearly 200 years old or something, and I remember reading the blurb about them. And this is the leather that you'll find in the Houses of Parliament, on all the benches in the Houses of Parliament. It was in Concorde, the Orient Express, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin.
Yep.
And I'm going to go over how you put your custom order together, because there's lots of options on these, after you've heard Pete playing them. So, not every Victory dealer around the world will be selling these. The only dealers that will be able to sell these will be the ones that have actually bought one of each for their showrooms, and each dealer will get one of these, which shows all the different options that you can begin to choose for your colour schemes. And they will also get these, some swatches from Muirhead. And the idea is, if you'd like to buy one of these, is you'd go and find your dealer, obviously Andertons in the UK, we'd love you to come there, but wherever. And you can choose one of these 4 colours for the nameplate. So whether you do the MK Overdrive or the MK Clean, you can choose the colour. Then obviously the badge you can choose a different colour if you want, but I think what looks nicest is to have the matching badge to go with the faceplate. You can choose a grill cloth, and again you can elect to have the grill cloth across the front of the amplifier, or you can have the leather across the front of the amplifier. That's entirely up to you. I should say at this point as well, if anybody would prefer not to use real leather, actually all of the normal Tolex that the rest of the Victory range comes in are available to order as well. That will bring the price down a little bit. You choose the handle with the matching leather corners that you want. There's your grill cloth options, and you choose your swatch. The Muirhead website does show you all these colours, but it's very, very different seeing leather swatches in the flesh versus trying to see them on a computer screen. And then you tell your Victory dealer what you want, and then it goes in to be built with Victory. At the most, the capacity at Victory is to build about 10 of these a month. And I already know from the show, I think the first 4 months are sold already. So I think, you know, when you start custom ordering your stuff, probably looking at 4 to 6 month lead times on these. But I know from what the guys have told me is the different dealers are kind of going, oh, I'm going to go for these colours or those colours. So you might find that what the dealer has ordered looks awesome and you'll just have to have one of those, in which case you'll obviously get it faster. But there we are. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a new dawn for Victory. So yes, obviously these are all hand-wired, quite a lot more expensive than the rest of the Victory range. So yes, please check them out if that's your thing. And of course, don't forget, if that's not your thing and you want something a little bit more affordable, yes, you have the rest of the range. Nothing's changing there. See you.